I see those people who never believe that you're successful. I mean, let them believe that, because that way you're doing even better. I love that. I promise you, people are never convinced. I promise you, if they're never, let's say, someone who never believe you that you're successful. But if they never believe that you're successful, then who cares about them? I mean, you already believe that you're successful. I mean, you never need them to believe in you at all. So they're just stupid people if they never believe that you're successful when you're successful. So anyway, just ignore those people and just go your own way and go and do a greater job for yourself anyway. And just go and focus upon something that's helping you move forward. So what helps you move forward is go and throw away everything in your house right now that you were never using in the past week. I mean, everything that you were never using in the past week, that you never did touch recently, in terms of your hands, just go and throw it away. Because that way you must understand that you never need it, because you're never touching it. I mean, only keep what you are actually touching. You understand? So what you touch in the past week is what you keep in your house. And that way you're understanding to declutter right away. Because that way you're doing greater for yourself. And as you do greater, you're focusing on making sure that you have more enough success every single day to go and focus upon what you need to do to succeed, in terms of to succeed. But that way you're understanding straight away how you need courage to make money, as Grant Cardone says. So make sure you're making more than enough success every single day to go and focus upon your life to do better. So make sure you understand that since I actually did throw away my biological dad's fish over here, actually he is unable to afford fish anymore. And that's the best thing. You understand? I mean, he's unable to afford fish anymore. You understand? But guess what? I can afford everything. But the thing is, he never has to get fish anymore. Because I threw away his $1,000 fish. I threw away his $1,000 fish in the toilet. I did drain all his $1,000. And he says, "Where's the fish?" I said, I don't know where the fish is. He never gets angry anymore. He never wants to go get more fish anymore. And that way he never ever traps any more fish in his aquarium. So I'm not saying that I asked Jesus to see this. I understand my biological dad never ever gets fish anymore because I did drown his fish. I did drown the fish, and now he wants to be kinder to the fish now. Or he wants to be kinder, or else he wants to be kinder. I made him a kinder person in the process, and I thank you very much. And now he has more money in the process. So yes. I say yes. Or else every single day, what I do is I'm focusing on understanding myself and what I need to do. So I just go and always focus upon loving my life. So I have to go to the shop. Today, and making sure always I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. Because if you want to actually focus upon your life every single day, you want to actually just go and do your life much greater. So what I do differently is I focus upon helping myself to succeed in different ways, and I'm understanding how I feel every single day what I need to do. So what I do daily is I focus upon helping myself really help myself to love my life in different ways. So when I love my life, I make sure I eat the best food, make sure I give the best ideas, make sure I'm looking for the best strategy every single day. I'm looking to help myself with different techniques and different maneuvers to help myself do something greater. I'm actually understanding straight away now how to do tax returns. I'm actually understanding how business is underway in my life in different ways, and I'm making sure I love life. I'm making sure I understand that if anything's overseas in terms of life, I still have to file my tax returns every single year with Australia to show them that I'm making money overseas too. And that way I understand straight away what the law is around the world. You still have to file your tax returns anywhere you make money, because that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do. So always just make sure you understand that even soccer players and sports people and anybody who's making live television or money on television on Love Eye, I'm actually understanding that every single day I'm always loving lie. I'm always loving lie because I understand I love a lie too. So if you lie to me, I love you anyway. I love lie. Always love lie in a way that is helping me grow. So if you're focusing on helping yourself to succeed, then you're making sure you understand straight away how to do business much better. But it's more, get your ABN number in Australia and get your business account, and also make sure that you get your EFTPOS machine, and then you also make sure that you make your events and also price your events, and also be able to public speak or do something on a day to help the crowd succeed. And then make sure that you're understanding to promote your event for 1 month on your own, and make sure you go and print as many business cards as possible and have a YouTube account and social media, and then you're on the way to a better way of life. So if you do that daily, then you're making sure that you always have more than enough to succeed daily. because that's what you need to do, guys. You need to make sure that you're always fighting for a better way for yourself. But if you're doing a better way for yourself, then just go quickly and get your biological dad's car and go. Because that way you're understanding you get your biological family's car quickly. And just get out of the equation of making sure that you're getting in a better direction for yourself at least. And that way those people who never believe in you, never do believe in you. So guess what? I promise you never believe in them either. And make sure that you go and believe in Jesus Christ only. And that way you understand straight away how you become more successful while they're saying, what the fuck? They're saying, what the fuck? And how the fuck? How the fuck? In a sense, every single day, that way you're doing much better than them. And that's why you have always a greater way to succeed. So what you do is never talk to them anymore. And go and promote yourself to new people. And make sure that no matter what, that you're just learning very quickly upon promoting yourself to everybody, because I understand Jesus Christ promotes himself to everybody overall. And I understand that no matter what, if you're doing that, then you're never losing anything. But if you're talking more every single day and you're focusing on trading your time much better and you're looking for a better improvement and looking for a better improvement in your life to succeed, then just talk to yourself more than other people is what you need to do to make sure that you're successful. So that's what I do. Make sure that since that's the point of recommendation, I make sure I go and just see my nice and beautiful content to see, is it in my actual phone over here? So I can actually go and listen to my content now. And make sure anyway that what's important for me now is I understand that no matter what, that I do have my actual content over here. So let's have a look. I want to place it in my actual MP3. So as I do that, I make sure that I have more than enough success over here to be able to go and delete this program over here. So I can go and make a new program, which is something I already did download. So let's have a look over here. So I just say ending. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I do greater in my job, I'm making sure I have more than enough in terms of life to succeed. So what I do now is I just focus on something that's helping me grow. I love I approach now. What helps me grow is success in different ways. And as I succeed, I reap rewards. I make sure I look at the nice and beautiful programs over here to see exactly what's going on and why is it lagging in terms of why is my actual music lagging over here. And I can go and just dwell upon something that's actually helping me to move forward. So no matter what I do, I can just see straight away I love I. And as I do something to help myself succeed, I can straight away see exactly what I need to do with certain action. There's a certain actions over here with my nice and beautiful Adonotopia track over here. So I make sure to delete this program over here. And that way I'm learning very quickly to have certain actual aspects of my music tracks over here in different realms of whatever I need. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon my life. But the thing about life is that if you're really successful and you're just learning about what's going on with your life daily, then you're making sure that you can go and also just dwell upon making sure that you have a life. If you have a life for yourself today, then you're making sure that you can go and dwell upon life in a better direction. And you're making sure that no matter what you go and actually see why, for example, your content may be never downloading or uploading, or just make sure that you're always in the process of everything that you want while also learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So what I do now is I'm actually understanding straight away how to actually do my life greater. So what I do is I go and try to download everything, but it says it already did download. So what I do is I can restart my phone over here totally, but the thing is it's much better for myself to understand straight away upon why that nice and beautiful content is like that. But I have 36 hours of music over here. I make sure anyway that since I'm understanding that, I just go and grow myself much more. I have much more than that. But I'm understanding that what I do now is I focus upon helping myself to succeed differently by making sure that if I just go and let's say restart my phone totally, I make sure that I can go and restart my phone, and that way I go and learn something about what's happening around here. So that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed, and that way I'm learning something for nothing. I'm making sure that you guys have everything that you need to deserve much greater, and I make sure that I go and return this nice and beautiful, let's say, blanket at my nice and beautiful bedroom over there to make sure I'm doing greater. Anyway, So that's the whole point here. And the whole point is making sure you're doing your work and you're doing something to help people regardless. And you're making sure that you're teaching people how to go and persuade themselves to grow. But then if you're making events for a certain period of time and people are watching you doing it, then you're a star already and you're already somebody. So that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do to succeed and you're doing your best job always. So right now I'm just downloading MP3 players in terms of MP3, in terms of one MP3 I just made to make sure I can go and understand my music. So understand straight away how the Spotify process is now. I'm not saying that no matter what, I can see straight away how people never fucking care about your Spotify. I promise you. Although I care about you. But the thing is, they never fucking care too much about you. I promise you. I'm pretty sure they care to never kill you. Although but they never care about you really in terms of life. I understand, but the thing is that the only true carer of your life is you. I promise you, you are the one who cares about yourself the most, always. So as you go and dwell upon that, just understand that you are the only one that cares about yourself the most. Actually, none of them fucking care about me making an event. You understand? I have to go do everything myself. And that way I understand that no matter what, then once you do it all by yourself, then you can say it's all on you. And it's everything on you now because you're the only one that's making the events happen. And it's easier for you to do it once you've done it. So once you go around making events a few times and you do it a few times and you do it multiple times, it becomes easier and easier for you to make those events. And you just keep making them and you just keep making more money. And that way you're doing much greater, regardless of them anyway. So as you go and really search up for whatever you want, then just go into your nice and beautiful software over here and go on the search bar of your actual dashboard with your phone and then just go Dinotopia or any type of music track that you just made and just go search for it and see through the whole nice and beautiful way of life how it actually all works out for you. And that way you're actually growing yourself quickly. But as you grow yourself, then you find out, then you're actually finding all the files in your phone that have that kind of name in the actual file. So then you're actually learning very quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, and that's the whole point, yeah? The whole point is making sure that you're much more successful. So as I grow myself into the best kind of individuality, I make sure I have all the nice and beautiful ways of life over here. So what I do is I understand that since it did download, where is it? I'm making sure that anyway, I want to make sure that I have more than enough daily to make sure that my nice and beautiful content can be found. So what I do is I have to locate the track somehow and making sure that no matter what, it's never done this before to me, but making sure that what I do now is I'm learning how to actually study the game of art in terms of what I'm doing over here to just show myself more respect. So I'm not saying that no matter what, that since that's the case, I'm realizing something. I'm realizing how I understand straight away that I want to find that information. And now that information is something that I have to go and really understand something. It's coming quickly and it's something to do with my phone. So I'm understanding that recently my phone did upload that package. So what I need to do is I see the time over here, making sure I can see the time. So the time over here to see this, making sure I can see the time over here, but that time is something different. I'm making sure, nope, actually it's much more how I feel. I just go and look for that information because that information is what I want. So I'm understanding that no matter what that Jesus Christ says, it's something to do with the actual phone over here. And I'm learning how to actually just see the actual content in terms of what's happening around here. So I'm actually understanding that I want to see the ending, or else it's an ending over here. So it starts with E. So I'm understanding the E product over here. Or else as I go and really study upon my library over here, making sure I can see exactly what's going on. But no matter what, I can feel that nice and beautiful incline to say, hey, that the content somehow is already downloading in terms of it's already in my phone, but is it really? Oh, I have compassion. I just move up. I move up in a different way. I make sure that no matter what, I can see straight away what I need to do. But I'm not sure why it's doing that. I have to go and focus upon understanding straight away to go and focus upon something better anyway. So focus on delivering content again in a way that I'm learning very quickly upon why that is and why is that happening to me. So making sure anyway that is a complete waste of my time, isn't it? I'm making sure that no matter what, that I want to go and learn much more about what's happening around the world. So as I go and study upon my files over here, I'm making sure I did restart my phone, but nothing did happen because of that. And I'm making sure anyway that what I need to do now is I need to just keep searching for that information somehow differently, and I make sure that no matter what, I have more enough success over here to make sure that I'm learning. So I get a new MP3 player. I get a new MP3 player, but it's right here. I mean, here it is. I mean, why is it there now? I mean, when I actually learn to just go and search for the package. And now the thing is that since I did download it, I realized the phone was downloading my package the whole time into the MP3 player. And it just really understand no matter what, I just have some more patience with that. I can see now that's the actual case. So what I want to do now is I want to go and just study upon something that's helping me succeed here. So I'm understanding that now it's just that kind of case, isn't it? So I'll make sure I just put Idonotopia ending over here, and I make sure that I rename it into something that's actually helping me move forward. So I'm understanding anyway that it's much more how I'm so quick about life over here. I'm understanding now how I actually do life much better. I understand straight away how Jesus feels as well. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I go and dwell upon something that's helping me move forward here. And I make sure anyway that I have already 3 hours of music now with my Dinotopia, and making sure anyway that I'm pumping that, and making sure I can just go and dwell upon something that's actually helping me grow. So what helps me grow is different ways of doing something, and what is helping me doing something in terms of what helps me do something today is something that's actually moving me forward. So that's my words. My words are the only aspects of life here that are actually helping me to move forward. So what I do now is I let it be. I make sure to go and upload this content over here. I make sure I can go and upload that content right here. So making sure that I can go and listen to some programs. Make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success every single day to succeed. But making sure that no matter what that I feel, I have to go. And I feel that no matter what, I just go and dwell upon a better life for myself. So as I actually dwell upon a better life for myself, I'm learning how to actually study upon something I'm doing. But that's the thing, I can just pause it, and I can actually just go and see that Jesus Christ says just go, and I focus upon understanding how to actually dwell upon something that's actually helping me. So as I actually dwell upon a better life for myself, I go and put on my jacket over here, and I go and study quickly to just go and leave my biological dad's house quickly so I can go where I need to go. And understand anyway that since I'm doing that, I make sure that no matter what, that this can upload in a better time. So let it be this way, and I'm making sure that it's much more how I feel. I'm never in danger, but I'm making sure that I focus on something greater for myself. So I make sure that I'm never afraid of anything. So what I do is I focus on a greater way of life, guys, and I make sure that no matter what, now, since I'm understanding my beautiful content over here, I just let it be. But outdoors, in terms of on the road, I make sure to listen to my music with my nice and beautiful, let's say, earphones only. And why is that? Because I'm talking to you, and I'm making sure that I want to just use earphones with my projects over here outdoors. But indoors, I'm listening to music indoors with my actual headphones only, and that way I'm producing music only indoors and outdoors. But I'm making sure that if I produce music outdoors somewhere, then I can also understand that I just use my headphones to re-listen to something. So I use my headphones only to re-listen to the actual project, and that's it. I never do music production with my headphones other than just re-listening to my music to see how it sounds. I mean, you understand? And that's it. I make sure you understand everything with my music production is done via my earphones and portable speaker. I promise you, although with my headphones I try to see the differences of the track. So I make sure that once I finish the track, then I go and listen to it with my headphones, and that's it. I go to see the actual sound. So what I do is I have Sennheiser headphones, and I use Sennheiser because they have the vegan cushions. I'm a vegan, so I use vegan headphones, and make sure to go and dwell upon making sure I'm in my actual green bag over here, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. So as I go and promote myself somewhere, I'm making sure that people can hear the dinosaurs in my mix over here, making sure I go and bring my nice and beautiful way of life over here, and I make sure to go to the toilets. In terms of, I make sure to go to the supermarket before I go to my biological dad's house with my biological dad's car. So I have to go to the supermarket before I come to my biological dad's house. So make sure that no matter what, I'm learning quickly upon what I need to do. And making sure I go give another 400 business cards. And I've already given $740 worth of promotions for my business cards and seminars. So what I do now is understand that I've already given $740 towards my nice and beautiful seminar and also business cards. So I've given $500 to have a seminar on the 28th of May, and I've given $240 promoting the events with my business cards to 2,400 people. So I'm making sure I do that right now, and I make sure that no matter what, I'm already something that is doing it right now in the way that I'm doing it now. So I'm making sure that I have enough space and whatever I need to succeed. So making sure that I go and deliver content. I make sure to deliver content in different ways to persuade myself better to live life. And that way I'm learning quickly. So as I learn quickly upon something that's actually helping me, I dwell upon making sure I have more enough. But if you speak over anything, then make sure you understand it can never offend you if you're speaking over it. So if you want to read quickly, then make sure you're reading quickly upon speaking over the words regardless of what the words say. And just scan it quickly. I mean, never be someone who's afraid to read upon what other people are saying while you're actually talking to people. So just make sure you place the words that is so tiny in comparison to yours, and make sure that way you understand that you can also place it very loud. But if you place it very loud, it's more how you can understand straight away that you can dwell upon making sure you can do it if you want. But the thing is, just go and focus on yourself more, and that way you're understanding that you just speak over people, and that way you're never in offense, in a way that you're never losing upon life, because you can see straight away what you need to do to succeed. So as you succeed differently, you're making sure you have more enough success every single day to go and do something to thrive upon your life. Otherwise, but I can see straight away how other people have less energy today to be able to promote themselves. And that's what happens over time, that if you never go and promote yourself while you're young, then while you get older, I mean, then it gets harder for you to actually promote yourself. So make sure you understand that you're never getting older, and it's never getting harder for you, but it's getting easier over time. I love it. Roshi, it's something that you must understand, that those people who are in their 50s today, I love it, Roshi, 1% of them have an ability to actually do something. So in every single age, I promise you, only 1% of people have potential to be able to go and do a greater job for themselves. I understand? Roshi, everybody else, I promise you, all losers. I understand? Roshi, why is that? Because they're never trying to promote themselves, man. I mean, in a sense, so I love I make sure I always have more enough success every single day to focus upon understanding my life. And as I understand my life quickly, I make sure to just see my nice and beautiful Instagram over here, to upload just one photo or something like that, where I understand that I can go and promote myself like this, where I'm dwelling upon a better way for myself. So making sure I have all these people watching me today, so as I do a greater life for myself, I can see new people coming up. I can see new people are coming up into my Instagram over here. But what I do quickly is I just go and download one photo to just upload online. So that way I'm understanding straight away what I need to do. So as I actually dwell upon something that's helping me move forward, I make sure to upload 99 photos. There's 99 photos this time around, to make sure I'm always somebody who understands how to grow. So as I understand straight away how I do life, I say thank you very much. I'm understanding that no matter what, that other people are following me over here. So making sure that no matter what, as I grow myself quickly, I have always more enough of everything to go and dwell upon a better way. So that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you have more enough of what you need. So focus on understanding that you have to go and deliver content for yourself daily to be able to understand how to persuade yourself to do better. So if you want to go and do greater for yourself every single day, then make sure that you understand you have to be recording yourself daily and promoting yourself everywhere is the whole point, yeah? I mean, just understand that those people who are willing to come and see you are the ones who are able to afford it. but the more business cards you give, the better. So today I have already 1 in 24 people who can give me $200. So I already gave, let's say, 2,400 people my business card, and 1 in 24 people have to give me $200. I mean, 1 in 24 people. So make sure that no matter what, that if I get it up to 1 in 50 people, which it's much better for myself to understand always to have 1 in 50 people coming to my events always, and more. So I'm actually understanding that no matter what, I need more than that always. Always understand straight away, I want to sell out my arena. I want to sell out the day of promotion, to be able to understand straight away that I'm giving my best. So no matter what, I gave my best straight away. I'm making sure I'm always giving my best always, so I can do something better. So I understand that no matter what, the best kind of promotion I can do now is I can go to Hoxton Park car park over here. Whereas now if I do that approach, it's much more how I feel, and it's much more how I understand that no matter what, that it's a better idea for me to go to the Green Valley over here, and I can go and promote myself there, or at the Adelaide in terms of the nice beautiful Aldi over there where Bonnering is, and I can go there as well. I'm making sure anyway that I can go Cabramatta as well, and I make sure anyway that what I want to do is I just go anywhere for my promotion, but I just go one time, and I just go the first time only, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon how I can succeed. So if I go to Cabramatta to just promote myself over there at the car parks, probably it's more how I just go where it's closer. I just go somewhere where it's closer for me, but it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is I make sure that no matter what, that I go to the nice and beautiful, let's say Green Valley over here, I just go to the car parks over here to promote myself, and then from that point I can go to Bonnering area and then just let it be. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, I have more enough success today to succeed about life, to make sure I'm doing more than enough for myself. So as I actually go and really dwell upon something that's actually helping me, I focus on saying that yes, I understand my Dinotopia has dinosaurs, and making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how my nice and beautiful music track has been in escalation. And now, did I miss out on anything in our Dinotopia? Probably not. Probably it's more how I just did extend it though. I did extend it, but then that's it. Probably that's all it is. I'm making sure though that people can hear it. I realized the first time, probably I can see it's Dinotopia. I love it. Probably that I can see a difference. I can see a massive difference in what I mean. But anyway, it's still the way it is, and I did make some extra changes, and I did do something new in the process of all that, and making sure anyway I did learn so much from my Dinotopia that I understand now how to make music much better. But anyway, I realized that if you want to understand anything about life here, then it's more who promotes themselves more than others is the winner. I love it. I'm pretty sure who does more content than other people in terms of words is the winner. I'm pretty sure just words. The more words you can speak than other people, the better you are. That's it, yeah? Just make sure you understand that no matter what, that I'm a life coach too. I'm pretty sure they're just doing music. Those music producers are just doing music today. But I'm promoting people with my words as well. But I'm understanding exactly how I need to succeed daily to go and grow myself. But if you want a great legacy, then you have to do what I'm doing to have a great legacy. So what I do is I talk all day long while I go throughout life, speaking the best kind of interest in the planet to make sure I'm very successful. So another what I do daily is to make sure I have more than enough success every single day to go and dwell upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I actually go and really focus upon my life much more, I'm making sure I just go and let it be, because I understand that what's important is I make sure always to just be able to hear my voice while I speak to you is more than enough for me. By making sure I have more than enough content every single day to persuade myself to move forward. So I make sure that no matter what, now I'm looking for better ideas around here. So as I look for better ideas, I'm making sure I want to be able to hear my music a bit more over here, so I just turn up the music a bit. But just be careful, guys. Be careful about life in general. So if you understand straight away, I can always understand how to speak over my own tones and my own music. So as I actually focus upon understanding that I'm looking for a better idea, and I make sure that I'm very careful to make sure to never kill anybody. So I make sure to always place my phone from now on with volume before I actually get in the car, to make sure that it's all nice and beautiful for me to actually hear the device and what I'm doing, so I can actually go and dwell upon a better way for myself. Which that's the whole point, yeah? But then anyway, as I actually understand, I have to call the employment provider today as well to just ask them the nice and beautiful information process about hiring somebody. and then I make sure I have to hire just one individual. I hire one individual for FBOSS machine, and then on the day I can get somebody over there to do it for me. Now, who can I get really? I can get my biological dad or somebody to do it for me, but guess what? It's more how it is, yeah? It's more how I feel that if he helps me, it's much more how I feel I deserve. But if I ask Jesus Christ on the day to do it for me, then he does it for me. But is there shame about that? Jesus Christ says no. If you're asking about life to help you, then why? There's no shame about that. I understand that no matter what, that you're just somebody who needs some help about something. So if you want to focus upon something that's actually helping you grow, then have a greater time for yourself to get some help. Get other people to help you about FBOSS machine and everything. My understanding that Jesus Christ says that it's much more for me to go and give somebody money this time, because I understand that no matter what, that as I give money I shall receive what I want, and that way I'll have a better time in the process of just recruiting someone anyway, because that's the kind of information I need anyway. So I need to go through the recruitment process of hiring other people to go and do my job for me, and that way I give them money anyway. So I give them something to do, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So I show these people my email now with Officeworks, but I'm leveling up quickly. I'm saying I'm working way quicker, but what I do is I grab my keys in terms of my biological dad's car keys first thing before I even get out, or before I even get my shoulder bag. So no matter what, that as I do that, I make sure that no matter what, that I never lock myself out of the car. In a sense, so since I have this car, I never want to place the keys in the car and somehow lock myself out. So no matter what, as I really dwell upon a better way for myself, I make sure that I place my shoulder bag on the floor here. I make sure that I place my nice and beautiful technology in my shoulder bag always, to make sure I'm doing greater for myself, to do greater. And then I focus upon understanding that before I even actually walk anywhere, I'm making sure that I'm doing greater for myself in a way that I'm never afraid of anything but a love line. I'm making sure that you guys understand I place my shoulder bag on the floor, and then I place the cable of anything in terms of my nice and beautiful, let's say, content. I make sure that I'm never ever chucking my content on the floor. I'm making sure I'm doing greater for myself, to be in shade while I'm actually doing everything as well, because the sun can get hot. And I'm making sure that I always go and choose to be in the shade over the sun, so that I can go and do greater. And then as I put my shoulder bag on the floor, I make sure to go and place the shoulder bag in terms of my biological dad's car keys in the actual shoulder bag. And I make sure always to check before I actually leave my actual bedroom to see, is my wallet in my actual nice and beautiful shoulder bag. So what I do also is to make sure I place my nice and beautiful, let's say, iPhone or any kind of phone in my nice and beautiful, let's say, shoulder pocket in terms of my jacket pocket over here. So I'm actually understanding that I'm listening to my actual music right now while I'm actually talking to you. So as I talk to you, I'm making sure I'm very successful upon what I'm doing. But the thing is, guys, if you're focusing on doing something, then you're making sure that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. Is the whole point, yeah? Do something that's helping you move forward is the whole point. So if you just focus on your life and you focus on helping people to succeed daily, and make sure you understand that no matter what, the FBOSS machines go through internet today, and I realize you need to connect internet into the actual FBOSS machine for you to be able to do greater. So just show them an email that says, hey, this is the printing of whatever you're doing today, to make sure that you can go and promote yourself every single day to go and do greater. So as you do greater for yourself, you're just making sure that you're showing people the invoice of what you're doing. So as you show people the invoice, just make sure that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So every single day, just focus upon showing people what you did order, so that people can see exactly the printing firm over here. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that people can see I have my printing over here. So I'm making sure that I can go and dwell upon a better way for myself. So what I do for myself now, I just realized quickly that I'm not Officeworks now. So I'm focusing on just being much more preoccupation with myself, to be preoccupying myself to do greater for myself. So as I actually focus on myself to succeed differently, I'm making sure I can do greater for myself in different ways. So I always love everything, I never hate anything, guys. So that's why I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly. So every single day I'm learning my nice and beautiful attitude. So I'm making sure every single time that I can go and do something that's nice and beautiful for myself. So as I actually go and grow myself always, I'm learning to always succeed differently. So no matter what I do, always I'm learning the nice and beautiful attitude with my life. I just have to pick up my stuff over here. Thank you. I have Danny Milivojevic.
It was 400 photos.
I have 400 photos here. I'll say that's the one.
That doesn't
So
say
that's
Danny at all.
Danny Milivojevic.
Oh,
Thank you.
got it. Okay, I was looking for the first name.
I say thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello. Good, how can I help?
Alright, anyway guys, just make sure that if you're really, let's say, nice and beautiful for yourself, then you're just always picking up your business cards and you're making sure that you're going your own way, in a way that you're loving your life, and you're making sure that no matter what you're doing, that you're focusing on yourself to enjoy your life and to really be in satisfactional ways of life, to focus on something that's actually helping you. So I understand that no matter what, that recently I've seen an argument over here with some customers over here, with the actual people that work with the office works. And it's more, never try to argue with anybody, but that woman was trying to argue with me before. It was the one that was working at the 9 to 5, and some customer was arguing against her, and then she stands next to me to complain about the other one. So no matter what, that she can see I'm never complaining about her, so she can see that I'm something much more than those people. So as I go and focus upon my life now, I make sure to go and see now, to just go and focus upon going somewhere else to actually love my life better. So actually, as I really dwell upon my nice and beautiful life much more, I'm not saying that Jesus Christ goes somewhere different to promote himself, but Jesus Christ, I want to ask Jesus Christ where to go today. Jesus Christ says, go to the nice and beautiful way of life over here, where or else Jesus Christ wants to go to Cabramatta. I'll go to Cabramatta now. I go to Cabramatta because I understand Jesus Christ saying, go to Cabramatta over there and promote yourself one time over there, because I did grow up anyway over there, so I'm making sure that I can go and dwell upon my nice and beautiful life. So I always ask Jesus Christ where to actually go to promote myself, and that way I'm learning quickly. I promise you, although that this shall pass also, but guess what? I promise you, it's more how I understand that the money in life never makes you happier, but it makes you more free, doesn't it? I promise you, the money is something that makes you free, but it's never the money. I promise you, it's the money. The money is the words. I promise you, the words are making you free. I promise you, it's never the money. But I want to get to a certain point where I have all this money, and why is that? Because then I understand I truly have that kind of word capacity in my life. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I want to talk to a specific level to be able to get to that level, to achieve that level. And what is that level? Which is a level of just having all the money that I need to travel the world and do my events, and that's it. That's somewhere in my goals. So I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how to succeed daily, to make sure I have more than enough to succeed. So as I succeed daily, I'm making sure I have more than enough always to love my life. So if you're loving life daily, to go and focus upon something that's helping you, then just mind your business more than other people's business, and that way you're less angry. So just be less angry for yourself daily and focus on something that's helping you move forward. That's all you have to do. But if you focus upon your life daily, then you have to focus upon something that's helping you to succeed, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. But just be careful when you're driving, and just make sure that other people are turning into the actual driveway before you're actually doing anything, and that way you're actually learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So no matter what I do now, I can actually hear myself internally anyway as I speak, but I'm much more successful, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more Jesus Christ in my life every single day. So I'm learning something different. I'm learning how to become much more popular, but as I lift my words, I shall lift my life, and I shall lift my life to go places in different ways, and I shall succeed differently. But I understand how my biological mum looks at me when I speak to the actual audio camera, and it's more how she feels that she understands what I'm saying, and she's actually looking at me. And it's more funny, or it's so funny because she says, "Is this what you do all day?" I say, "Yeah." So I just talk to people on the actual phone. It's very funny. I asked Jesus Christ to see that. I asked Jesus Christ to see this. I see that my biological mum is looking at me to speak. My biological mum is looking at me while I'm speaking at my actual audio content over here, and she's giving me this look. But she's looking at me the way that she says, "I mean, is this all you do?"
I say, yeah. I say, yeah. So what is, what else is there to do in life? I can just picture this scenario, but it's more how I feel. And she never does that. But it's more how she understands me. I mean, what the fuck's in his ass today? I'm just understanding that I'm learning, but I'm understanding the word I only. But the thing is that I understand how my mum talks, but in terms of my biological mum. But it's just so funny because she's going to be looking at me and just, she's going to looking at me like this. I mean, are you okay? I'm very good over here. I'm very good. I'm just doing my life over here. Understand? But it's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing. So you must understand. As I grow myself quickly, I'm not saying Jesus Christ understands what I mean. But the thing is, every single day, that if you're focusing on a nice and beautiful life to succeed differently, then you're learning how you actually, you're learning how you actually make music and how you're actually making trance music and energy music, and then you understand the difference between techno and trance and also hardstyle music. Well, hardstyle music has no energy in it. You guys understand that hardstyle has no energy music, and then also trance music has energy, but also has no energy, but it's also around the melodies. But hardstyle music is also around the melodies. But techno music has also energy and is also around the melodies and is also around percussion. But guess what? Techno music today is just around percussional music, and it's more, yes, that there is some synths and here and there, some synths and delays, but it's more how the energy music is much more in the trance music than techno. And if you want to really decipher techno music with trance, then let's say techno music is just percussion and trance music is melodies, and that way you understand straight away. So what I do now is I'm learning very quickly upon how my nice and beautiful sound is actually working. I'm doing much greater than those people in Israel over there, so I'm understanding that, so I can see straight away what's going on. But as I really grow my words today, I promise you, it's much more how I feel eternal life coming at me. I feel all the way, I'm speaking these words all the way, and I'm doing something that's actually helping my life to succeed differently. And as people watching me, they feel that I'm doing something amazing. And that's the whole point, yeah? The whole point is making sure that you're recording yourself and you're doing something along the way to help your life, because that's how you do life. But I understand that no matter what, the other people are sussing out myself over here, and they're actually curious to some extent. So I'm actually understanding that no matter what, that I have interest, but making sure that no matter what, that as I go and grow myself differently, people want to understand what that is, they want to see exactly who I am and what I do. And that's the thing, that straight away they can see I'm somebody. They can see I'm somebody already in life. So I understand straight away that I'm already famous to 200,000 people and more in life. So as I grow myself quickly, I make sure as soon as I go around the nightclubs in Australia and I play my music around all the nightclubs of Australia, that's the beginning of something new. That's a new achievement right here, to play all your music at all different nightclubs of Australia. I love it. Alright, from that point I make sure I go overseas somewhere, I go and dwell upon something different. But the whole point is understand that no matter what, I feel myself going alone, and I feel that no matter what, the other people over here, that they want to be in my life, I love it. They want to call me to festivals here and there, but making sure anyway I go to festivals. But I understand Armin van Buuren is one of them that wants to call me to festivals, I love it. Ali Fila is another one that wants to call me to festivals. Now Marlo, now he understands me over here and there. He can call me if he wants to. Will understand him. I understand anyway that what I do is always be on the good side of everybody and I promote them. But as I promote them, they want to call me straight away when I promote them. And that way I understand that no matter what, the above and beyond also may want to call me somewhere about their events. But I'm not saying that it's a long way to go about that one. I can see above and beyond and myself over here, and we have differences, but I understand how to meet their differences, and I understand that they're just looking for somebody who wants to create their music. But I'm creating music anyway, so no matter what, as I create music differently, I make sure that no matter what, it's just that kind of way, isn't it? I make sure that there's a big difference between I and other people, but with the actual trance artists of the world, I vibe with I the most, and then also it's also just Armin van Buuren. So Armin van Buuren is someone who's the closest to me in trance music. I mean, why is that? Because I feel that he understands my music. I mean, he understands what I'm doing. So that's why I understand that I have flats over here at Lavai. I have all these massive flats over here that I can go and promote myself over here. So I want to actually check out these mailboxes around here and see what I can do around these massive flats around here. So I'm saying anyway, that since I actually go and do that for myself, I'll go and see something around the strategy for myself to be able to go and deliver. So as I deliver something that is quality, I'm actually understanding how other people are DJs around the world around here, and how they're actually DJing other people's music around town, and how they're popular about that kind of DJing. But then their music, in terms of what their music is, actually that's something different. Actually it's something different, but I'm producing way more than them in terms of life. So what I need to do around that is be able to I need to be able to be popular more upon understanding that kind of genre. But guess what, actually that's something that's different. Actually they are going around town and stadiums to play other people's music. I understand that straight away. So that's something that I can bypass. I can actually bypass that. And why is that? I understand straight away what that is in life. I already have all the money in the world to be able to just bypass it. And I understand that no matter what, if they want me at an event to play music and they invite me, I'm probably sure I can go. Which that's the only occasion. So yeah, I mean that's different. So no matter what, it's a personal invite. I love it. I understand David Guetta gets those personal invites to stadiums around the world. I love it. I know I only, so as I really grow myself, regardless of what I'm doing, I'm making sure I'm delivering content. That's the whole point, yeah? When the whole point is making sure you understand I came a long way in music production especially. And now since I'm understanding what kind of music I can produce, I understand 2010 was just 11 years ago. I remember I was watching Afrojack at the Stereosonic, I was watching Tiesto at Stereosonic. I understand Armin van Buuren was there, but I was never familiar with Armin van Buuren back then much. I was more into Benny Benassi and Afrojack back then in 2010, and also I was more into, let's say, Tiesto. And Tiesto was much more popular than Armin van Buuren back then in 2010. Now I can see that. And as time went on, probably I understand Armin van Buuren really started. Armin van Buuren really, let's say, did start to, let's say, hit the trends around, let's say, 2015, or around 2015. I realized he really went uphill from that point. I realized now from that point I understand that's already 6 years ago that he really understands. So no matter what, that it's more how I understand from 2010 his music was getting up there. I could see it, and he was actually making trends around music around 2010, but I understand already how he really starts to make an impact for different people at different times of their lives. So I understand that if you really want to understand Armin van Buuren's actual album, I Love Iron, then go and check out his actual 2010 album in terms of his 2008 album. Actually, that's where he starts to really lift himself in music production. I can feel it. I can feel that album is so much greater than all of his other ones from previous years of 2008. And then his newest albums now are doing much greater. And you can never take it away. I mean, you can never take away his music. But the thing is about music production and what you need to do about life is just make sure you're always doing a great job. I can go straight anyway. I can go do myself straight, nice and beautiful remedy over here to go and do something greater for myself. So as I go around the world traveling, I go and do my audio programs everywhere along the way. I'm listening to music while I'm actually talking to you right now. So that's the newest way to actually do your nice and beautiful car driving now, which is forget those car speakers you want to get for yourself with your car, and go and place earphones in your actual ears and listen to your music and make your own music is the best kind of way. And then what you do also is you do your nice and beautiful audio programs while you're actually driving a car like this. So as you can see, my audio program is playing for you right now because I'm speaking it right now out of my mouth while I'm listening to my music, and it's my music. I mean, it's never other people's music. I create my own music. So that's the thing. I mean, that's the newest fashion. I love it. But the newest fashion is being able to help yourself to deliver what you need. So if you're going the nice and beautiful way of Cabramatta, then make sure you can go whatever way you want, but just deliver your content in a way that's helping you. So I understand that no matter what, that this way is much faster for me now, but overall I understand that no matter what, that kind of way is much more. I'm understanding that no matter what, that since I'm understanding that now, I'm understanding that no matter what, I'll let it be this way now. I'm not saying that every single day. You just focus on saying that sometimes other people never want to let you into the lane. So what you do is make sure you get into the lane somehow. Make sure you're very quick about it, because otherwise they don't care about you getting in the lane. Otherwise, I should make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand that people in cars or whatever it is, that you focus upon the road and watching the nice and beautiful road over your phones today is the most important, so you never hit anybody. And that way you always have to be curious about what's happening around the world. But if some guy jumps in front of your car or something, or if somebody jumps in front of your car on purpose and you hit them, probably that's different. Probably that's different, because guess what? Probably now from that point I realized that maybe other people can understand you over here, but make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So focus upon understanding every single day that you focus on just creating your life. But I have a nice and beautiful fashion modeling photos over here today. I do some fashion modeling photos right here for myself today. It's very beautiful for me today. Brush it down. That works out for me. I realised something straight away, that I can go do some fashion modeling around here. So I'm not saying I did bring my green bag. I did bring my nice and beautiful jumper as well. So I'm not saying now what I want to do is I'm saying that there's a car park in Warwick Farm as well that I can go and deliver all this content as well. And I understand that now. I can go to the car park in Warwick Farm and I can go deliver my content here as well. So making sure that as I grow myself differently, I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed. So what I want to do is help myself to understand that when people are expressing themselves in some kind of way, that they're honest about what their expression is. So make sure that you understand that words never lie, and you must understand that what you do is just find yourself around the word I, because that way you're lifting yourself upon life in different ways. So you're focusing on making sure that you are looking at the road. So as you get into the middle lane as you get into the middle lane or any kind of lane on the road, just be able to look at the blind spots and look in the rear view mirrors to make sure that you're moving in safely into the lane, and that way you're loving yourself always to do better. I love that. Approach now, we came a long way as humanity to be able to drive cars today, because I understand that no matter what, that before we were caveman people and cave women, and that way you understand straight away what's been going on in the past and how much of that has been going on. I'm understanding that no matter what, that if you understand straight away that humanity has been having sex to the point of 7.8 billion people in the planet today and more, and you must understand anyway that you can see how much kids there are in the world. So you understand straight away that what you need to do is always multiply much more. It's much better. I realize it's much better to have more people anyway. So as you go and grow yourself quickly, then just make sure that what's important for yourself today is making sure that you have more than enough time to succeed in different ways. But as you go and grow yourself in different ways to go and do something that's actually nice and beautiful for you, then you have to understand that straight away. I feel that many people are going to go and, let's say, repeat my music over and over again because they love it. And that way I'm not saying that I definitely am doing that, but I'm focusing on making sure I can go and deliver my content in a way to go and study upon other people. I said there is also a nice and beautiful car park over here at the Warwick Hotel. I love it. I'll make sure that no matter what, that there's all these kind of car parks going on. So I'm not saying I can go promote my business cards at these car parks, and as I go and promote myself locally, I'm not saying anyway that what I do is I focus upon saying that I go to new areas with a train and bus to make sure to go and give my business cards. And as I go and carry my business cards around, I can bring thousands and thousands of business cards on any given day and just go and promote myself all day long with business cards. And I promise you that's eventually coming up for me too. So I'm saying that no matter what I do today, is the more business cards you give out, the more customers you have. And that's how it is, yeah? I promise you must understand straight away that I feel I've been lagging on YouTube now. I'm not saying that, although I'm never lagging in my life and my promotions. So what I'm doing now is I focus on doing one life coaching video today of about 1 hour. It's more enough for me. And I make sure to go and upload that right away online. I love it. I've just been organizing my life in other ways. I mean, making sure I can summon up a new habit for myself to talk to you daily like this, in a way that I'm learning to grow myself. And I'm giving you advice along the way. And as I give you advice along the way, I'm just teaching you how to communicate. I'm teaching you how I talk with people. I'm teaching you how I respond to you and other people, and making sure that no matter what, I can see car park over there at the nice and beautiful Cabral Diggers over there has a car park, and also St. John's over there, and that one is another car park I can go to. And all these nice and beautiful events around here, where there's Cabramatta Bowling Club, for example, you must understand to always go, for example, somewhere where there's car parks. So I understand the Cabramatta Bowling Club has a car park, but it's too small. So I go to the bigger car parks around town and make sure that I always have more enough going for me daily to succeed. So I can drop off business cards over here at the Cabramatta High School, but guess what? I promise you, it's more how I feel. I understand it's much more of a big opportunity for me to understand who's there and what's going on. And I can go see my teachers or something like that, but I'm understanding that it's something different, huh? Making sure that no matter what, that as I go and really understand my life over here, I make sure that I can go and visit someone if I want. I can go and see how they are. I can focus upon understanding to help them see me, and I focus on understanding I want to go and visit these schools. I want to be able to go and give them my nice and beautiful seminar. I love it. Now, as I do that, now I focus upon understanding it's the best time for me to understand now is the best time to go and grow myself. But as I grow myself and differently, be able to go and see people, I understand I can go and see Marko Petanijevic over here. I can just go visit him at the school. And as I visit him at the school, I can see exactly how he feels about me over here. And it's more how I feel that he regrets his life over here. And he regrets everything that he's done to me, I promise you. I can go and give him a personal invite over here to come to my event. And now I understand anyway that what's nice and beautiful now is I understand that if I go invite these people to my events, it's the best kind of idea for me to do so. Jesus Christ is saying go to over here in terms of the schools around here and just be able to give you promotional tags. So what I do is understand who I want to go and promote to. And I understand I go promote to Marko Petanijevic. I go and see my biological in terms of my previous teachers. So I'm not saying that no matter what, that what I want to do now is first go around these car parks first to go and give these nice and beautiful big business cards. But it's an excellent opportunity, Jesus Christ says, where I can go and dwell upon helping myself to find Marko Petanijevic and also give him my business card personally like this and just say, hey, I have all the respect for you and every single day. I'm not saying to just give you this right here to understand about your life over here. So the whole point is everything's different, but Miss Laxton over there, I understand I have a teacher, Miss Laxton. I realize that Jesus Christ says that she may be still at the school over there. I'm understanding that he says that it's possible, so I'm understanding that no matter what, that I see that she is at the school over there. So I want to see her today. I want to understand that today is the actual day. So I'm not saying I just go quickly and I see other nice and beautiful teachers over here. I'll focus on inviting them over, and I just make sure that no matter what, that I can go and deliver something that's actually helping me move forward. So no matter what, I just find some parking around here to make sure I deliver some content around here to love my life. I love my life much more, and I understand straight away how I feel. I find the conversation over here, and I'm making sure that I'm stepping up very quickly upon what I'm doing, and I'm making sure I'm inviting people. But guess what I say? I make sure that I just invite them to my event, and I make sure that either way, what I want to do is I charge them, and I make sure that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. So no matter what, that if I charge them like this, I promise you it's more how I understand that I step up my asking of everything for my birthday to give me, and I understand that no matter what, I deserve it. And that's it. I promise you it's much more how I deserve it. So if I ask Jesus Christ to come to my birthday and to give me $200, I promise you Jesus Christ says, I give it to you, man. Jesus Christ says, have no shame to ask your friends for money. And have no shame to ask people for money. And I understand straight away how I can go to these people around here and I can go see Bojana Gagic and I can invite her to my event too. And I'm understanding straight away how I feel about that. So what I understand straight away is if I do that now, I'm understanding that Jesus Christ says go for it and go invite her and go and see her. I promise you it's more how I feel to just invite her to my event. And as I go and do it really quickly now, I'm making sure that no matter what, it's more different. But she's very surprised about me over here, and it's more how I feel that she's really, let's say, harsh on me in a different way. So I realize that it's much more how I feel to just go and let her be. I realize that she never wants me to come over there because I feel it's that kind of vibe, and the vibe of whatever it is, I understand that no matter what, it's more how I feel that she is someone who really, let's say, is in misery today. She's in misery today. And what happens here, I love it. What happens here is I focus on saying that no matter what, now I'm learning something. I'm learning about how much more empathy I have over here. I'm learning about how much more I can do with myself to succeed. So as I go and focus upon much more, I feel I have more passion and courage to be able to see them today. And I can go and also visit Peja Milovanovic, and I can go and say, hey, come to my event over here. And it's much more different about this guy. This guy wants to see me. Or she wants to see me. I can go and really strike the impulsion to see him very quickly. I can say, hey, I came to invite you to my event personally, man. I rush all day. But what I do now is I make sure that I have to go very quickly anyway. I make sure I talk to them for a bit and I go. And I have my own business to do. So every single day I'm focusing on making sure I have more than enough success every single day to succeed. But I'm actually understanding how Bojana Gagic can see me like this, and she can understand no matter what that she comes down to see me. I'm understanding that I just say I apologize for everything, but I came to give you that nice and beautiful notion I'm doing much better. And here it's more like, it's so funny, and I just make sure I understand, I just want to invite you and your husband to my event over here. And then she understands straight away that she can come. And anyway, I just focus on understanding that she can tell how much I love her. Understand? So it's much more how I want to understand it straight away. But he, in terms of that Nicola Pozzo guy, who is her husband, he gets so much more, let's say, into what I'm doing, that I understand I gain some more respect around here in life. So the whole point is make sure that you can go and deliver whatever you want. So making sure all the time to have more than enough success every single day to deliver what I want. But make sure I always go and do it right away. And I have no shame about this. I'm making sure I'm showing people exactly how I'm making money. And if they ask me anything about how I make money, I just make sure to say it's all about making events today and communicational skills. But come on a day and it's much more of that. It's much more about making sure that I'm delivering content in a way that I'm showing them to come to my event to see exactly how. And that way I'm understanding that I can do that, because that pulls the trigger to tell them, hey, it's much more important for you to come to my event today. And that way I'm learning very fast and effectively that all these cars over here are my promotions. I love it. I understand this straight away. So what I do is I just go all the way down and I understand Jesus Christ. I ask Jesus Christ to see this. I have all these cars over here. I could go all the way down here this time. I never have to walk this way anymore. I could go all the way down there. I have all these cars this time. Alright, now Jesus Christ say it's working for you this time. I realize now it's working for me, huh? I realize I can go all the way down here, baby. I mean, every single day. I understand every single day Jesus Christ understands how much China people over here, and I understand that this time it works out for me because I can go and deliver all these business cards of mine over here. I have all these cars over here. It's the funniest moment of my life, man. But this is the story of my life over here, bro. I love life because over here in Cabramatta there's fucking so many cars that you have to drive all the way 3 kilometers down the road to find car parks and to find parking. But this time I'm promoting my business cards over here regardless, and I never have to walk all the way to Cabramatta to do it. So I'm learning something along the way. It's actually working out for me, and I understand that. So I'm understanding every single day that I learn now much quicker about what's going on. But what I want to do is I want to leave at least, let's say 20 business cards. I realize 20 business cards of promotions right here. Well, I understand that no matter what, I just leave, let's say 20 of these business cards. I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, I have 6, I have 5, I have 5. Or else I go to Bojana Gagic over there. I have 8. Or else she's at home as well. I have 10. I have over here 10. I have over here 15. And I have another, let's say 20. So I said I bring these business cards with me. I'll leave 20 business cards in my actual nice and beautiful car over here. So that way it's my biological dad's car. So I'm understanding that I'll leave 20 business cards in my biological dad's car while I bring my bag over here in terms of my actual green bag. And I'm understanding that now, since I'm actually learning to bring my nice and beautiful shoulder bag here, I'm understanding that no matter what I do, I'm understanding how I actually look nice and beautiful right now to be able to go and show myself to Bojana Gagic. So that's my actual
9 in terms of year 10 sweetheart over here. I mean, actual high school sweetheart. So I'm making sure I just go and see her very quickly. And I just understand straight away to go and press all the numbers over here. So I'm understanding that if she's never home, I probably should, no matter what, that I come quickly and I just invite her to my event over here and make sure anyway. So what happens from this point is they come to see me and what I'm doing, and they become much more aware about me. What I'm saying anyway, what I do is that's the only time I visit her, and that's it. Because now she can come and see me and she can say it's a personal invite. And making sure, yeah, I charge her $200 to see me, man. I charge my ex-girlfriend $200 to see me, man. Well, it's the nicest, beautiful way to understand life, huh? That if you go and do that for yourself, it's the funniest humor I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you go and charge your ex-girlfriend $200 to see you. So make sure always to just do that for myself so I can have a greater status, so I do better.